They say if you listen closely, the bridge whispers your name. The locals warned us never to cross Colorado Street Bridge after midnight. Too many jumpers, too many shadows, too many voices that don't belong to the living. We went there anyway. At 12:03, just to prove them all wrong. Nothing good ever starts with a dare. As we stepped onto the bridge, the air turned warm, strangely warm. It felt like something was breathing right underneath us. Then a whisper drifted by, far too clear to be the wind. It said, "Come closer." That voice wasn't ours. And it wasn't alone. We looked over and saw handprints, fresh, wet handprints, imprinted on the cold metal railing. The thing is, there hadn't been rain for days. On the far end of the bridge, dark figures leaned over the edge, completely unmoving. They didn't look like people. They looked like memories. Then, without warning, the temperature plunged. It felt like it dropped 30 degrees in a second. That's when the real things show up. We heard footsteps overhead on top of the archway. No one could walk up there. No one alive, at least. Then came a second whisper, clearer this time. "Jump." It sounded so patient, almost kind. Ahead of us, a pale woman stood with her back turned, her white dress floating unnaturally in the dead air. The White Lady? Hundreds of people claimed to have seen her right before they jumped. She slowly turned toward us, but she had no eyes, only empty, dark sockets. Those empty sockets were worse than any scream. Suddenly, something invisible tugged at my shirt, pulling me toward the railing. It wanted me to stand where she stood. I looked down, and the streetlights below blurred into a spinning black abyss. It didn't look like a fall. It looked like a portal. A gust of hot wind rose from below, shaping itself into a screaming face. Those weren't the screams of the living. We spun around, and the shadow figures were now standing inches behind us. Their faint eyes blinked, one by one. They had closed the exit. The White Lady stretched her arm toward us, her hand made of fog and bone. She wanted company. Then a towering black figure rose from beneath the arch over 10 feet tall, with long twisted limbs and a hollow face. They call it the Whisperer, the one who calls the fallen. The pavement beneath our feet cracked, tilting slightly toward the edge. The bridge itself wanted us gone. We sprinted through the fog, the Whisperer's elongated arms swiping inches from our backs. This wasn't a haunting. It was a hunt. We finally reached the end of the bridge and collapsed, and the voices stopped instantly. It was as if the darkness had boundaries. But I was wrong. That night, in my room, I heard a whisper at 3:33 a.m. "Come back." The Whisperer doesn't stay on the bridge. It follows the ones it wants. For more real horrors and true legends, follow Echoes of Lorraine, where the darkness speaks first.